Hey guys, so today I am doing another Pride look. I know, shocker. But today is Omni Pride, and I honestly don't know very much about them. I had never really heard of that sexuality. That does not mean that I am putting them down. If you are omnisexual, please explain a little more. I would love to know more about you guys, but I did search the Pride flag so that I am able to do this look, as I do want to include everybody. So this is what I found for a Pride flag, and it's not showing very well, I think, because my camera, or because of my, several factors. Turning down the brightness on my phone screen might help. So that's what I'm going based off of. It is very light pink to a darker pink to a dark purple, almost black, to, or that is black, to blue. To 2 shades of blue. So we're gonna find a way to incorporate the 3 colors into this look. And this one will probably be for a little bit more of a person in the closet. If you guys want to use that, you guys of course can always mix up the eyeshadow and do it bold and bright, or put the flag on your cheek if you want to. I'm just going to do this one for people who are still in the closet. So without further ado, let's get to it. So first thing is primer. I actually remembered it because I have it sitting in front of me. And this one is my Prime Correct face primer for all skin tones, and it is to correct redness by Melania. And it worked pretty good the last time I used it. My face wasn't nearly as red after the fact. I think you're supposed to use it every day, but oftentimes I forget primer, and also I like to use my different ones. I don't want to just keep using the same ones. So there's that. And yes, I am aware of how much I just smeared on my face. It's going to get spread out. It's all in a pretty light coating, so I'm not too worried about how much I just used. No, I didn't want that. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so next step would be foundation. And I personally have 2 foundations that I use that I mix to get my skin tone, because otherwise I get something that is too light or too dark every time I use foundation. So I just kind of mix them to get me my skin tone. And I just have one that's slightly darker and one that's slightly lighter. And you dab it all over your face. Down your neck a little bit, because you do have to blend it on your neck. Don't forget that part. Oop. Oop. No! I think I just got foundation in my hair, which I was desperately trying to avoid. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. Possibly. If not, I have some cleanup after this. But as you guys can pretty clearly see, my hair is shorter. That's because it was really super dead. So my mom had to chop off like 4 inches of it to get it down to just where it's healthy again. And that's in like the area that still has the most amount of hair. I have between 5 and 6 inches of hair gone from all over, just because it was unhealthy. Alright, there's the lighter color, and now for the darker color. You guys, trimming your hair regularly really saves your hair, so you don't have to do what I just did today. I swear it makes a huge difference to trim your hair. It keeps the split ends down, it keeps it healthy, keeps it from pulling out. Because, according to my grandmother, I shouldn't have had that bad of split ends. I shouldn't have lost this much hair when my mom and I cut it today. Because to her, hair grows out of the top of your head. Why do you need to trim it? You trim it because otherwise it gets really unhealthy. Take it from someone who just cut off as much hair as I did. Okay, it's really super unhealthy if you don't trim it every so often and make sure that it stays healthy and mostly okay. Cut off dead ends and split ends and stuff. That kind of important stuff that you have to do every once in a while to maintain hair. While I lived with my grandmother, never once had a trim and my hair pulled out like crazy. My mom cut off a little bit of hair when I got here, because by that point I had split ends so bad that they were pulling themselves out of my hair every time I would brush it. So it was getting to the point where my hair was getting shorter and thinner than it already is, which sucks for someone with thin hair. And was just not looking healthy at all. So my mom took care of that. And now I have healthy hair that actually looks healthy and will grow back longer as long as I continue to keep up with the maintenance of getting it trimmed. Because I don't trust myself to do it. Alright, there we go. Foundation is on. Next up, concealer. And concealer I kind of use as a highlight in some areas, and other areas I actually cover up, like acne spots and stuff. Because I get acne too, guys. Us makeup gurus get it. And I ain't even a makeup guru. But when you do highlight, it goes down your nose and then a little 3-prong flower on your forehead, under your eyes, and I do a little on my chin, and then just cover up any acne scars or stuff like that you think exists that 90% of the planet can't see, you guys. I just know I'm breaking out really bad right now, and I have moles that I'm trying to cover. And a couple of just various other marks. And this concealer, I actually found it matches my skin pretty well. So I'm pretty happy about it. It has lasted me a while. And it's just a cheap little one that I think I got at either Walmart or the Dollar Tree. Because like 90% of my makeup is just Walmart stuff. Because oh no. I have made a mess. It's okay. I can clean it. I think that's good. As I was going to say, I know a lot of us don't have the money to go to stores and spend $100 on a single eyeshadow palette or something similarly ridiculous price-wise for something that, it lasts a long time, but you can get it at Walmart for cheaper. So, I personally go to Walmart and shop, or I recommend you going to shop. Occasionally I get something from Sally's Beauty if I find something from there that's actually really nice. Mostly don't do that. But I did get a powder brush from there recently, along with a couple of lipsticks, so it is actually a viable place to shop for makeup. just trying to blend out my concealer so it's not as obvious that I have it on. And I've been getting comments on my makeup about people liking it or it being creative, and I'm just like, it's Pride Month. Trust me, you'll see more from me. It'll be coming all month, y'all. And then I'm probably going to go back to being lazy and only posting every once in a while because I'm not a super creative person. Pride Month gives me something that I can go off of and make a lot of looks, but me, myself, I don't do well at creating looks to do, so if y'all have suggestions for something you might want to see, let me know and I will try it too. Alright, next up we're doing bronzer, and I have this RK by Kiss mineral powder that I use personally, and you'll notice I have 2 bronzer brushes. You'll see why. If you haven't watched my channel before, this will probably be something that you won't see a lot of on other channels. I don't know of other channels that do it or show how to do it. If they exist, then I'm just simply unaware. But anyone who has questions or ideas, put them in the comments below. Like, I love to hear from you guys. And I swear to God, I don't turn the comments off on my videos. I don't know why they turn off, but they do when I upload a specific amount of videos after it. If someone knows how to fix that, by the way, a little tip would be awesome. Because I want to keep hearing from you guys. Alright, there we go. And now you just blend out. And all I did was through my hairline, down my jaw, and I sucked in my cheek and in the hollow of my cheek. Just like that. And now I'm blending it out a little bit. Up over my forehead. There we go. Perfect. And then, for the second step of bronzer, you're going to take a little fine round brush like this, and you're going to get some bronzer on it. And you're going to go on your nose. I know, on your nose? What? Trust me on this. And you're going to do a dot right about here, up towards the top of your nose, right about here, right about the middle of your nose, and right at the end of your nose. And then you're going to go from your eyebrow down and just connect the dots. And it contours your nose. I know, shocking, right? But it actually does work, and it makes your nose look smaller. I do it almost every time I do makeup. There's a couple of videos recently where either I've been too lazy to do it, or I just didn't feel up to doing it, or for whatever reason didn't. And that's 100% fine too. You guys can 100% skip this step and not have to do it. It's just something that I prefer to do because my nose looks big to me compared to the rest of my face. There we go. And it's that easy to contour your nose. Sorry I keep messing with my hair. I've yet to determine if it's actually long enough to pull it back for work tomorrow. I really hope it is. But anyways, our next step would be blush. And I am using the Mink color by LA Colors. And it does not take much of this stuff, guys, trust me. But this is the pink for the flag. And you're going to suck in your cheek. cheeks again, and right above where you just put that bronzer, you're going to put the blush. Not on the top of your cheekbones, but right in between the top and the hollow of your cheek. And there you go. And I'm just doing a very, very light pink. Don't feel it going super dark today, but if you want to go a little bit darker with your blush, then you're free to. I just don't see a need for it today because there's going to be other colors on my face too. Particularly blues. And a black. Which you guys will see in a minute here. Alright, and the next is highlight. And this is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. It's a very good highlight powder. I like the color that it is. And you just use your fan brush and go over it until you're happy with the amount that's on your brush. And then right above where you just put the blush, on the top of your cheekbones, you're going to put that highlight. And give you a little bit of sparkle. Because you're a star, so you might as well shine. There you go. And the next one. There you go. Very simple, and I do a little bit just along the area of my nose that is not bronzered, but I don't add any more powder to my brush. I just use the excess powder that's on it. Alright, and there's highlight. And I happen to have a blending brush. This one is by Luxie, and it's the 640 Pro Precision tapered brush, and it is for specifically blending your makeup. And I always run it over my cheeks. And you could honestly probably spend 20 minutes and sit here and blend it. I don't tend to. I just spend a couple of minutes, blend it, make sure there's no hard lines. Go up over my forehead a couple of times. And then go to the other cheek. It's very simple. This is a very soft, good brush for this. I like this brush a lot. I might look into getting a couple more of their brushes, but I currently am okay in the brush department. I don't particularly need any more. So then again, maybe not. Alright, and now onto the eyes. And I know it looks like there's a lot of eyeshadows here. It's kind of because there is, because I didn't know what all I was going to need or to use, so I just grabbed a lot of rainbow. And I have an eyeshadow primer that I'm going to go ahead and use, and it's by Hard Candy. It's a very liquidy primer, but it gets the job done. Trying not to make a mess on white sheets, that never goes well. Alright, and just on your eyelid. Nice and easy and simple. And the first application that I did with this eyeshadow primer, I was really happy because it was not like this. And then I went to open it for the second time, and it had done this. And I'm not quite sure what to think about that. I mean, it is what it is, and I can't change it now. I have to have the primer because I put so much eyeshadow on. But it is a little bit upsetting that that happened. Oh, I forgot a step. I went to go onto my eyes, and I forgot to set my face. I just used the CoverGirl Clean Professional Finishing Powder. And I'm not tilting it all the way because I don't need any more of this powder in the lid at this particular second. Or, well, anywhere. And I just have a little powder brush here. And I just tend to use whatever's in the lid. tap it off, make sure there's not too much. And then it just goes all over your face. And I know this seems counterproductive and counterintuitive, but it actually helps set your makeup. And make sure it stays in place. So you do want to use a setting powder before you do your eyeshadow. Because your eyeshadow you set with a finishing spray, not with a finishing powder. Or not with a setting powder. It's not a finishing powder. It's a setting powder, and then a setting spray or a finishing spray, as I call it. And that's always my last step. Alright, next, we've done the pink, now it's the black and the blue. So we're going to go ahead and use, let's go ahead and use my little dollar store palette that my brother bought me that's got blue on it. As you can see, it's literally just a little palette from the dollar store that my brother got me for my birthday that I was like, I can use that. That'll be good for me. And it's actually fairly pigmented for what it is. Now, of course, it's not the most pigmented thing, and the glittery colors are more so glitter than eyeshadow, but it is still an eyeshadow and I still use it. Alright, and then just on your eyes where you just primed it, you're going to go ahead and put the eyeshadow. And no, I don't cut my videos. I see no point in doing that. Because then you guys get to see all the mistakes I make along the way and see how I fix them. Because, you know, no one's 100% perfect at makeup. Everyone makes mistakes somehow or another. And this lets you guys see the little shortcuts and tips and tricks that I use when I have a screw up with makeup, so that I don't just have to wipe it all off. Because that would suck a lot, and I don't like to wipe it all off. It just kind of negates my progress, and I'm just like, well, why would I do that? I found this tip, and this works just as well. And that's kind of my point of view on it. If you cannot have to erase that entire section of your face and have to redo it, then use the shortcut. Don't redo the entire section of your face. There's no point in it. And just darkening it up a little bit in the area that I know for sure is going to show by the end of this makeup. And you'll see why I say that as we get farther along. But there is an area of this that'll still show, and then there's part of it that will be hidden. So just kind of keep that in mind. Maybe you want to darken the entire thing because you don't know what'll still show. If you've seen my videos previously, you know exactly where I was darkening, and you might want to darken that out if you're using the same palette as me. But otherwise, move on to your next eye. And this is where I would answer questions from you guys if I had any, but right this second there's none, which saddens me a little bit because I'd love to interact with you guys and talk to you guys and answer your questions. So please leave me questions down below, leave me comments, leave me ideas for my next video, let me know what you guys want to see me do. I know for sure there will be a Harry Potter themed look coming out at some point. I don't know if I'll do that this month, if I feel up to filming 2 videos in a day, or what'll happen yet, but we will find out as we go along. And if it's not this month, then at the end of Pride Month I'll go ahead and do it, probably. And I know for sure there will be a day where I film 2 videos because I'll have my review for my Ipsy bag that I get every month. so you guys can look forward to whenever I get my Ipsy bag. There will be a review video on that, as there always is. I'm not just gonna leave you guys hanging with no review video. There will be a review video this month, guys, I promise. If you guys want to go back and see previously what I've done Ipsy review wise, or what I've gotten in my Ipsy bags and boxes, then you're free to check out the videos on my channel. If you're not interested in that, it's 100% fine as well. I do have other kinds of videos. I have little journals from when I originally started this channel that I'd love to keep doing if you guys show any interest in them. I have lots more makeup stuff. I have 2 playlists right now. One of them is specifically gay pride makeups, and the other one is just makeup stuffs in general that I need to add a couple of my videos to. But those both exist for you guys to go check out. I have a playlist that has my music on it that I listen to on a regular basis and the stuff that I like, and all kinds of stuff like that if you guys want to go look at it. If not, again, that's 100% fine. I'll just figure out, I'll mention it so that you guys have the option. Alright, and now I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Naked Days. And we're going to go with the darker of the 2 blues first. And I think I'm just going to stick to the 2 palettes out of the multiple that I have with me. Alright, and you're going to use a little angled brush like this, and you're going to go about 1/3 of the way in on your eye, and just draw a line down, and fill in behind it. And if you guys don't notice, with my eyeshadow, I go from the edge of my eyebrow to the edge of my eye. That is my little end marker for where that I end my makeup. Makes it look like I don't have just giant eyeshadow that has no place on my face. And just fill in the little area that you've just defined for this. Make sure that it's as dark as you want it to be, and it shows as well as you want it to. And try and get that line as straight as possible, even though you're not. And I know it's difficult, trust me, it's hard for me to do it too. I never draw straight lines, but I try really hard to in my makeup, because it looks really funky if your line ain't straight and you're doing makeup. So as you can see, I did as straight of a line as I physically could manage to get myself to do, considering the fact that I'm not. Alright, and then on to the other eye. And just straight down. And fill in. I have to change how I sit to do this eye. And you guys may or may not notice how red the back of my hands are. I don't think you guys can pick it up well on camera. If you watch my video for the pan pride look, you will know I went kayaking yesterday. I got really sunburnt, and especially on my knees, and I got a little sunburnt on my eyes and a little not on my eyes, on my cheeks, and a little sunburnt on the back of my hands. But my knees were the end of my wetsuit that you use for diving that I had on in case I happened to flip my kayak. Right where the end of my short wetsuit ended, there is a straight line. Anyone who is burned like that will understand how much that sucks. And I thought I was a little bit burned on the interior part of my elbow, but it does not look like I am, like I thought I was, so that's a good thing. Right. And I'll call that right about good. Pretty happy with how dark that is. And on to the next section of makeup. Your third blue. Because we are doing blue eyeshadow to represent the blue of the flag. We're doing the pink blush for the pink of the flag. And you'll see what we do for the black in a second. And same CoverGirl palette, we're going to use this really light blue. Get plenty of it on your brush. Be careful not to get it on your white sheets, as I have to worry about every time I do makeup. And you're using this kind of a brush. I think this is a crease brush. And you're going to close your eye and you're going to do just a straight line across the bottom of your eyelid. A little bit thick. But you are going to do just a straight line. Make it a little thick. Not super thick. Just a little bit thicker. Like that. Alright, and then the same thing on the other eyelid. And it's just, again, a simple straight line. That's a little bit thick. I know, I say simple. For whatever reason, we can't draw straight lines. Our bodies have kind of killed the fact of anything straight existing in us. Or anything straight, not straight. Anything straight existing in us. And it makes it very hard to do straight lines. But it's fine. There you go. If you can see that, I hope you guys can. Hopefully the different shades of blue pick up pretty well on camera because they are extremely different ones. I thought the blue from the dollar store palette and the light blue in this would actually look pretty similar, and they don't. So that surprised me. Alright. And then we're going to go back to that little dollar store palette again. And you guys see the silver? Hold on, let me push it up. See the silver that's in here? We're going to go ahead and use that now. And for the silver, we're just going to use this little brush. Not a fine round tip, but a pretty good round tip one. And you're going to get it on the brush. And it's going to go right under your eyebrow. Like that. Hopefully you guys can pick that up. It is a shimmery makeup, so hopefully it shows somewhat on camera. And you do that as dark as you want. I'm feeling like doing dark makeup today, if you guys haven't noticed. Everything that I do, I'm going through and darkening it. So there's going to be no difference in doing that with the silver right here. I do want it a little bit darker, a little bit thicker. And if you guys want to have it a little bit thinner, then you're free to. And then we're going to pop that in the corner of our eye. Once again, you're a star. It's fine if you shine a little bit. You want to shine. It's not a bad thing to stand out a little bit. Trust me, I was bullied in school. I understand how much it's not fun to stand out. But you know what? If someone comes up to you and says something that's supposed to be mean, just turn around and say thank you. Literally, just say thank you. They will be so thrown off, they will just walk away. And if they don't, they'll freeze for a second, and it'll give you the chance to walk away. It is the oddest thing ever, but it is not a human's natural response to say thank you to something rude. It's always their natural response to turn around and say something rude back. We, in the community, try and be the bigger people. We've already been in the closet for how long? So, might as well use the time in there productively. And besides a lot of us gaining a lot better fashion, as you can see through all the makeup gurus and stuff, some of us have taken the time to learn what makes people tick and how to use that to our advantage. If someone's bullying you, it's because they want a negative response. Give them positivity. It will throw them off. You're such a freak. Thank you. What? Or the horrendous F word that they call us. Say, your insert parent, whether you are lesbian and it is the mother, or you are gay and it is the father, or you are bisexual and it is both parents. Bi-pan, I would guess Omni and a couple of other of them. Say, your parent didn't seem to mind it too much last night. Throw them off, guys. They don't deserve your time and attention. They really don't. So don't give it to them. Throw them off bad enough that they walk off on their own, or if they refuse to walk off, then you walk off. Because you know what, at that point, they're just looking to start a fight and get you in trouble. Because their little posse will back up that you started the fight, even when you didn't. So it's not worth the trouble. Right, where did my eyeliner is next? And we're going to do, I have this kind of an eyeliner pen brush, and it is Tartist by the company Tarte. And it's a double take eyeliner. And I got this one off of Ipsy. So this one, you would have to go find where to buy it if you want to use this exact brand. Or use a liquid. I use liquid myself. I will probably use liquid in the next video just to show you guys how to do it. If you want to check that out. I'm trying to get it to dry. Oh, that doesn't sound good. There's a cat downstairs and having problems. Sounds like there's a cat fight. That's never good. Alright, there's one eye. And then the other. And we're just doing a small little line at the bottom of it. We're not doing a wing, we're not doing anything special. But this is our black. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of black makeup. I'm gonna look into trying to get a black lipstick or something. But I don't have any right now. Alright, there you go. There's the line of black that exists. And then, for your lips, you're going to use a pink gloss I know, pink with blue eyeliner, with blue eyelids, what? But this is the second shade of pink that you're putting on your face. And this one happens to be the NYX Professional Butter Gloss in Summer Fruit. Pretty good color to use. It is just a gloss, but that's fine. And go ahead and put that on your lips. And yes, I have to make a kissy face to find part of my lips. I have very fat lips, always have. And sometimes it makes it difficult to remember where my lips end. And the rest of my face begins because they blend pretty well. So I do have to check. Alright. And that's it for this look, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys will use this makeup or take some form of inspiration from it. Oh, and finishing spray. Always use a finishing spray, guys. I just use the e.l.f. finishing spray. It works really well for me. Use whatever one you can find, but when you use it, close your eyes well, close your lips well, take a deep breath before you do it, and don't breathe for a second after the fact. You will choke and start coughing. I've done it numerous occasions on video. And just a light spray. No, I'm not breathing yet. I'm just talking with the breath that I took a second ago. And make sure to fan it dry because it does take a second to dry. And breathe through your nose for the first couple of times you take a breath in because that smell will choke you if you do it through your mouth. It sucks. Once again, something I've done on video. There you go though, guys. That's the makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get the chance to use this. And this one is more so for people in the closet. So hopefully this helps those of you who are in the closet express yourselves. Be safe during Pride Month, guys. My platform will always be a safe place for everyone and anyone. So please stay safe yourself. Thank you and have a good night, guys. Sorry for the late video.